It's Dr. Morgan. I was trying to think of where have I not recorded a video yet for you guys, and I'm on my back deck under the patio umbrella. It is too hot. It's already what? It's only 10:30. It's already too hot to be outside. But sometimes in the morning I like to come out and have my first cup of tea on days when I don't go into the office. Out on the back deck, and I thought I'd give one more update on the end of the course. Today is Tuesday. Our course is over on Monday. My plan is to have the final exam go live Saturday morning at probably 8 a.m. So you can take the final exam anytime between Saturday at 8 in the morning and Monday at midnight. Plan to give yourself about 2 hours for the final exam. I have posted to the files section in Canvas a list of sample questions. The sample questions are intended to give you an idea of what kinds of questions I might ask on the exam and what topics are sort of fair game. So what you'll find, I think, when you look at the sample questions is that they're pretty general questions about the big ideas in the course. I'm not going to ask you what's the mass of Europa. I'm not going to ask you nitty-gritty little factual questions. The questions are mostly kind of big picture questions about the planets in general, stars and how they work, stellar evolution, and so on. So take a look at those questions. If you can go through those sample questions and say, yeah, I think I can answer most of these, you should be okay. I will tell you now that I will tend to, on the final exam, lean towards questions that require some critical thinking, questions that require a little more than just a short factual answer, because even though I'm telling you guys that you're not allowed to use outside resources, I know that for a take-home exam, Google is just a few keystrokes away, and I'm realistic about the fact that if I just ask you factual questions, people can just look stuff up on Google and cheat. If I ask you questions that require you to do some comparing and contrasting, some explaining why, some questions that are a little more like the critical thinking type questions I've asked on the short quizzes I've been giving every few weeks. Those questions are more reasonable sorts of questions to give on a take-home kind of exam, where I don't have the luxury of being able to supervise you guys. So you can count on 10 or so questions, maybe 12, probably not many more than that. If I have some time later in the week, I will sit down and make sometimes I do what's called a section list. In other words, you can expect 3 questions about the planets, 2 questions about stellar evolution, 1 question about the Big Bang. So I'll if I have time before now and the weekend, I will put together something like that just to give you a clearer picture of what to study. As for what's going on the rest of the week, I've posted videos for Monday and Tuesday already about extraterrestrial life. We want to talk about extraterrestrial life one more day on Wednesday. I'll post a video about what are the prospects for communicating with any comparably advanced civilizations that exist in the galaxy, if they exist in the galaxy. Then on Thursday, we want to talk about some of the big unanswered questions in astronomy that remain. On Thursday, we'll talk about dark matter and dark energy. And on Friday, I'll post videos about questions surrounding the universe as a whole, what caused, quote-unquote, the Big Bang, and what physics questions still remain to be unanswered that we need to answer in order to answer the astronomy questions and cosmology questions that remain unanswered. So Friday's lecture will probably be a little meandering and filled with tangents, but that's by necessity when you're talking about what are the things that we currently don't know about in science. So we'll wrap that up on Friday. You can take the weekend to study and take the exam on Monday if you want. Or you can say, I want to be done with this class before the next week of summer starts, and take the exam Saturday night or Sunday during the day if you want. So I will keep you posted on that progress. I've got a lot going on this week as well. I haven't written the final exam yet, so I have to write it and get it up. Um, don't forget that your final paper is also due Monday. I will be turning around the grades on this course quickly. I plan to finish grading all your labs during the week this week, so by Friday you should have a very clear picture of where your grade stands. I know I'm behind a little bit on the lab grading, but mostly caught up on the quizzes. Um, but I plan to grade the exams and the papers on Tuesday, so I should be ready to submit final grades by Wednesday, next Wednesday, which means there's no room for you to get the paper in late. Our grades are due, and I want to get those grades in the system as soon as possible. So get those final papers in Monday by midnight at the latest. If you think you're going to need a little extra time and plan to turn it in Tuesday, shoot me an email so I know that it's coming and don't just give you a great big old 0 and put your final grade in before then. Any questions, shoot me an email, and I will see you guys in our next set of videos on Thursday and Friday.